Folks, if you want something that will stand you in good stead in the real world with regards to infrastructure as code, in this case Terraform, then understanding about providers, folks, is a really good business as usual activity that you will constantly do in your activities working with your cloud providers, be it AWS, GCP, Azure, and multiple others, as Terraform provides plugins to allow you to be able to interact with those cloud providers. Okay, it'll give you a high level rundown here about what they are, and it'll give you a lot of links to go off and look about documentation on it as well, folks. But I've found I constantly bump into bugs, or if there's a new feature has been released that will enhance, your code that's existing already, then understanding providers, folks, is a really good thing to know. And what the good thing about Terraform is, it's an open source project, folks. It's constantly being contributed to by people like me and you, and so it's a lively community. As you can see, there's a GitHub repo here, folks. You can contribute to it. You can come here and you can find out more about what the versions are. As you can see, the current's 1.12.1. You can plan these rollouts at your organization or even at home when you're doing, your testing, and just see what possible breaking changes are, which it can do when you upgrade your versions, folks. It can break things. It'll be part of a planned rollout at an organization level, or if you're just doing it in your practice environment at home, you'll be able to see things that can help you out further down the line, folks, when you do play around with the provider versions. So we've got the main Terraform language one here, folks, and then in the context of Azure, I would be looking at Azure Active Directory to manage my users, groups, service principals, and applications. I can come in here and I can see the current version is 3.4.0, just released 6 days ago. So there's constant updates happening all the time, folks. You've got your documentation here that you can dig into even more. It'll tell you how to use this provider as well, and it'll give you no end of information that you would stand in good stead, folks, about whatever role you're going to do, just to understand how to navigate through these documents. And if someone asks you to go and spin up something, then you can know where to go and know exactly what everything in these pages mean. Okay, so we've got the Azure Active Directory one there. Again, it's an open source project. You can come in here and see the latest releases. And also, folks, it's a good idea as well to be able to look at issues here and be able to look and Google. If you can Google, you can basically get your way around these. But if you have an issue, then it's a good place to come to, because 9 times out of 10 it's already open. Someone else has discovered it, or if you've discovered it, then you will be able to contribute to the provider as well, which is a good thing. And it's a nice bit of practice to be able to submit those updates with regards to bugs that you might have found. Again, the Azure, to manage all your resources that get spun up in the Azure side of the fence, folks, it's quite similar. It's probably more complex as opposed to Azure AD. There's a lot more resources here inside Azure. You can pop these out here, and there's a drop down list of a multitude of different resources. Again, the home page here for the provider, it'll tell you exactly how to use it. It'll give you guides as well if you're updating from version 3.0 to 4.0, and within those then there's a multitude of different subversions. And again, folks, it's an open source project. They've got their own GitHub here. You can come in, look at all the different releases, and you can see possibly what's been updated that might help you out. If you wanted to jump, for example, from 4.28.0 to 4.29.0, you can see what features have been introduced, what bugs has been fixed. It's an awesome way to do things, folks, these open source projects. And folks, if you've got any questions, as always, drop them into the comments there. It's always good to discuss these things, know about these issues as well, and be able to get around them again, because this would speed up your day-to-day activities, folks. I found I'm constantly in these providers looking for fixes because of, bugs that I've found, and there's multiple people working on different repositories that are turning up things all the time. So providers, folks, if you haven't been introduced to it yet, please go to the HashiCorp website and start learning about providers, because it will help you out to no end. As always, I will leave you this one and wish you all the best. Take care. Good luck.